Folks, this is Anmol. My client, been training for a year and a half now. We have lost 40 kilos of body weight right now, 40 plus, 40 plus kilos of body weight, and 95% only through strength training and least amount of cardio. So he'll be sharing his journey with you guys. So listen to him carefully and understand how this journey was and what all we went through this journey. So you tell me, bro, where you started, how it was in the initial stages when you put on so much weight.
Yeah, so during my final year of college, I had actually lost around 50 kilos or so, but that was within 6 months time span. And it was very fast. And I was there for 4 years in Japan. And during that time, I was slowly gained up a lot of the weight that I had lost already. So by the time I met you, I came back from Japan. I was already 133 kilos, which was second time that I was
You put on second time.
Yeah, I put on second time. Not good at all. So when I met you, I think I saw you first. I thought I was into strength training. I wanted to be strong, to feel strong and all those kind of things. But then I saw you in cult first, deadlifting, I don't know, 200 plus kilos for no reason at all. And then I saw you single arm rowing a 60 kilo dumbbell, and on top of it, you had put 20 kilo dumbbell. And then I was like, okay, that is what strength is. I'm nowhere close to that. And that's where I reached out to you as well, that I want to train with you or be strong and stuff like that. So, and I remember from the start, you were like, oh, we have to lose the weight. And you've always been clear that strength is aside. First, you have to lose the weight because it's very unhealthy and all this thing.
Yeah, because the first approach from you to me was, I want to be strong.
Strong, yes, exactly.
We were in that phase of building strength.
Yeah.
So I believe that was the foundation.
Yeah.
So without building that foundation of strength, doing a weight loss is pretty much not good.
Right.
Losing weight is very easy. All you have to be is in deficit or burn more energy.
Right.
So either be on energy deficit or be on deficit through food. So these are the only two processes of getting down that weight.
Right.
But strength should be the primary reason for anybody who is trying to get down their weight.
Right.
And when we started, I still remember that you were not able to squat with a 6 kg dumbbell.
Yeah.
You're not able to do a goblet squat and you had severe back pain.
Yeah, I couldn't load my lower back. I remember you made me sit and pull the bench and it was hurting even then. Forget about the bar, forget about everything. And that's where we started. First, I think, session was around 20 minutes and I was dead.
Yeah.
And I went home.
I think in the initial first 3 months, you were losing a lot of energy.
Yeah.
You used to feel like throwing up.
Yeah.
To work out of the sessions and stuff. So yes, that was the journey and how we were carrying it forward.
Yeah.
The main thing I want you to tell was how it was when you were 40 kg plus versus now 40 kilo less.
Oh, the huge difference. So one, energy-wise, it is very different. Like I feel much lighter. I can do more stuff now compared to before. I think I've told you this also many times. Now I want to start doing some calisthenics work.
So yeah, so we'll talk about that. How you are feeling when you are 40 kg plus of body weight versus you being 40 kilo lighter now.
Yeah. So I think, again, multiple things, right? One, I feel more energy in myself for doing stuff. Second, I can do more with my body that I didn't think it was possible or that I was not able to do before. Yeah. Pull-ups was the biggest one that I wanted to do for the longest time. Yeah. And now I'm able to do 4. Now we can build up towards more and more pull-ups, right? And just sprinting, running, any explosive movement we didn't do also for a while because
that first 10K run.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
When you were 110 kilos.
The first 10K run was the worst, I think. It was, I don't like running. I still don't like running. And you made me run 10K and that just was great.
So he was literally not able to, I think, even walk on treadmill for straight 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like at a good intensity speed walking was very difficult. From there, I think recently when you went to Dubai, you did
21
marathon.
Half a marathon.
So he did a 21 kilometer run. So which I see as a big other side of yours.
Right.
That's a big confidence builder.
Yeah.
So more than anything, it is just the confidence. I also seen this with people who are put on weight for a duration of time. it actually puts them deep down inside. They know that they're not fit,
Oh, of course.
and it'll be better you talk about it. Like
Of
you would
course,
have
of
tried to overcoat it with saying I'm okay, or
No. I never did, but I always, so as I mentioned to you before also, I didn't like taking photos and videos of myself or seeing myself in mirrors and stuff like that when I was much heavier, because I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. That was pure and simple. I also was insecure about my body for sure, and not feeling good about it, because it's not healthy. It's not
Makes sense.
aesthetically pleasing also at any level, right? And it's not okay. It's definitely not okay. I was not okay back then also, but I was not doing much about it. But that is why I
So
wanted
you
to
get
do
to a
something.
point where you lose that confidence that I'm not going to lose
Right.
anymore. I'm okay with however I feel.
Yeah.
But deep down inside you feel not okay at all,
Oh, yeah.
all the time. So it's actually lowering your confidence over a period of time.
And my it was worse for me because I had lost the weight before. So there was a second time, actually third time that I'm losing this much weight. Third and final time for sure.
Okay, so you lost 50 kilos in first time. And now we lost around 40 kilos.
Yeah.
So how it is so different from concentrating so much on strength training now
Yeah.
versus that time when you were not too much into strength training, but you did a lot of crash dieting and stuff. Because in this process of losing 40 kilos, we did a 160 kgs, 150 kilo squats and 160 kg deadlifts.
Yeah.
And we have benched around 115 kilos.
117, bro. 117 kg.
117 kilos of bench. So there was always spike in the strength.
Yeah.
There is improvement in strength. There's improvement in endurance.
Yeah.
Agility is also improved. And how do you see it different from that and this?
Yeah. So last time I lost 30 kilos last time, not even for 50, 30 kilos last time I lost at one stretch. And the main issue was I did mostly crash dieting. I did some 17-day water fast or something like that, like stupid ass shit. And I just shrunk. And so when I started eating normally, it just came back again. But with time, it even increased more than before. So yeah, I shrank. I lost 30 kilos, but with time, I even gained more than what I had lost.
Yeah.
Again, and that is why losing this was properly was. I think you mentioned from the start that you want to do this slow, and I think it did take us 1.5 years already.
Yeah.
To put that weight down, and it was slowly, but while building the strength, which is very different. So I can also eat properly.
Because this is what I keep saying, somebody who wants to lose weight. So you have to take it slow. Do not be in a rush to lose so much of weight. It's a big shock for your body in order to adapt to that much of difference in your weight and diet or intake of water, whatever it is. So it has to adapt over a period of time. And also I've been saying the statement for you when we started and even now that see, do not worry about anybody commenting on you. Like you know what, you're so fat. Versus them saying now, coming to you and be like, hey, what a great transformation you have done, and it's so inspiring and stuff. How do you see about that?
Yeah, I think I still have that what you said in your head, that they will come and say good or bad, whatever, it will be just a few seconds of conversation, but it's you with yourself putting in that much amount of work of 1.5 years or more now. That is the main part, right? People can say whatever they want, but you shouldn't take anything that deeply anyways, because it's you against you anyways.
Because ultimately these people are just going to pass it.
Exactly.
Even now, they would just come and say you shrunk a lot.
Yeah.
They lost a lot, like you might look skinny.
Yeah.
They might pass it and comment. But they don't know the journey or whatever your path was for 1.5 years, like whatever we have faced and stuff. And say about the training part, how did we take it and how brutal you felt, or how it was in this 1.5 years?
Bro, it has been brutal from the start. It is still brutal. The brutality changes, and I am also surprised that after 2-3 months I start to get comfortable and okay with our workouts and stuff like that, and you then push it to the next level of okay, now you do this or that or the other. So it's been brutal all along. I think I've been sore for the last 1.5 years. Multiple parts of my body have been sore and in pain that nobody else will understand. Of course, you get it because you are also always in pain. So seeing you just normalizes what amount of pain somebody can handle.
I usually believe in coaching. If your coach is not preaching you, something which he is not doing for himself, it never works.
Right.
So you have to put things on ground reality. Right. And also the coach doesn't really have to go to a point where, say, if I want to make somebody lose 40 kilos, I don't have to put on 40 kilos and lose 40 kilos.
Right.
I should know the methodologies of getting you down to that point.
Right.
I've never gained weight much.
Right.
So my maximum weight went up to 86.
Right.
I'm a 80 kilo guy. And I dropped only 6 kilos. So we have dropped around 40 plus kilos and stuff. So it's all about understanding how the coaching technique works.
Yeah.
And even when it comes to the strength part, we have stick on to the same exercise. Like we have stuck to the same exercise for a very long duration of time. And how do you feel about it? And did you feel boring, or it was slowly adaptation towards what we were actually going through?
Right. Initially I thought I would get bored with it, because I had also been training myself. No, of course, not at that same level or whatever. But training with you, I realized, there are actually levels to this shit. So some of the things that you made me realize was that anytime the lift is failing is the breaking point.
The same exercises for a very long duration of time. And I kept saying this: if you want to get better at something, you have to do it repeatedly over a period of time. Only then you learn the skill.
Yeah.
Every new thing which you do becomes a new skill.
Yeah.
And it takes time to adapt to that. How you were feeling initially? Were you getting bored, or did you understand over a period of time?
Yeah, no, I didn't understand initially. I thought I would get bored with it because it's the same thing. How long can somebody do the same thing, right? But then when I was training with you, I realized, you made me realize that, there's actually levels to this shit. You can get better progressively, and at any plateau that you hit, which I was hitting bench press plateaus for the longest time before as well. But any plateau that you hit is where you have to figure out what accessories to add, or how to, get that lift across or increase that weight over time. And so that, I think looking at you itself, I realized, and during that time also, I saw you increasing your deadlift from what I thought was insane to like completely insane. Like I think you went from 265 to 70 to 290 or something like that during that last 1.5 years. So that just put things in perspective. If you can get better at the very elite level, then I'm nowhere near that. And so so the room to grow is just huge. So, and I think that happened.
So I'm into a sport. So
yeah,
I usually try to do the same things or pick that 1 rep max, putting myself in the risk factor of, I'm pushing my extreme there. But though you trained with me, I'm into powerlifting. Being an SLC coach, I've never made you get into powerlifting.
No.
Or I never let you lift more beyond a point. You're always focused on getting hypertrophy.
Yeah, volumes. I think you've been saying this from the longest time, volumes, and now it has stuck in my head only. Volumes. Volume is the only thing that...
And this is for somebody who is looking forward to lose weight. Always stick on to volume training. Do a lot of volumes at high frequency level. Do not try to do any crash dieting and overdoing cardio for a period of time. This actually throws you off and you start getting a lot of loose skin. If you see Anmol, he has very little loose skin at his lower belly now.
Yeah.
Might take another few months or a year for that to completely disappear with strength training. But if you look at him, you can't even see that he's a guy who has lost 40 kilos over a period of time. This is how it should actually work. It has to adapt. And again, we'll come back to one more topic.
Yeah.
During this process, we keep losing out that mentality of staying into the diet.
Yeah. That has been my biggest problem. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
My biggest problem, I think, has always been diet. I think forever it has been diet, and I've mentioned to you also about it. So initially, it was really nice that you didn't make me do crash dieting or any of the stick on to dieting. I remember you were like, eat what.
One is how many times you lost track of in your nutrition, like staying on diet or whatever it is. And another one is going completely off, like bomb out and feeling not like coming to gym, taking a break, all this stuff. How many times you have like lost your track in this? Even with me, like being with you for 1.5 years, you lost it many times. You should tell about it. So people know that this happens.
Yeah, I think the reason I wanted to also mention this was so it doesn't feel like I was more 140 kilos more. I had some epiphany and then I lost 40 kilos because it was never that smooth linear journey down. It was always like hazy, zigzag. Many times I lost. Many times I lost the whole will to come to the gym. I've lost diet. I've lost track on diet the most, I think, because that has been my personal issue for the longest time, and so fucked up too many times. I fucked up. So like, it's just embarrassing.
For that day when I got a hold of you, saying that you had one full pizza, two burgers, and I don't know whatever more you had.
Yeah,
French fries and
diet cokes.
And I made you run that 10K straight, lose out completely on track and start eating that one full pizza, two burgers, and French fries. Everything I just went out of my mind that day, and I made you run 10K. You literally fell down. I think you were around 110 kilos at that time,
Yeah,
and I made you run 10 kilometers.
yeah,
And you were barely able to get up.
yeah,
And I told you,
Everything.
just go see the treadmill, how much calories you have burned.
yeah.
Roughly around 600 to 700 calories,
Yeah.
I guess. And from that day till now, I think you lost around 25 kilos. So, I don't know. It was like a punishment
Yeah.
which I threw on you. But what did it actually change in your mindset?
It was very. I lost track many a times before also. But I think that day, I remember my knees were hurt. Just after 20 minutes, my knees were hurting. And I think before that day, maximum I've run is 20 minutes. I don't think I've run more than that. So you made me run for 10K. You were like, no matter what, don't get down. I don't care if you die or not. And I was like, I think that, and during that time when I realized, I could actually do that 10K, right? Although after I was done, my whole leg was paining for like for a week or so. My knees were hurting. Everything was bad. But yeah, it just put that thing in me that I can't get away with stuff, right? There is, and you also said many times that if you do this again, don't come back and stuff like that, which I think I did take seriously.
Of course, you're paying me, and I'm spending my time for that.
Yeah, it's but now
it has to have some value.
Yeah, it's about the respect. I think you were right that maybe I.
No, it's about both of us burning time more than money.
Yeah.
There should be some value added to that time duration which we are spending.
Right.
There should be some improvements. Maybe if you had never changed for this 1 year, you would have lost it.
Yeah.
And even I would have lost interest in coaching somebody like you over a period of time. It's both end.
Right.
Both end fails like very drastically.
Right.
And only when output is there, you feel satisfied.
Right.
Because the money you spend, I burn it. You burn the money. I also burn the money.
Right.
And whatever we could get out of it was this transition which happened. And we'll wind up this with a good note. And I want you to give some advice to people who actually put on weight. And what would you tell them in order to get their weight down? What is the advice?
Firstly, I would just say, just be real. Look yourself in the mirror. And if you see yourself, you'll start realizing that you don't actually like that part. And second is you have to figure out what is it that you're doing wrong. So for me, diet was always my biggest issue. No, it's different issues for different people. Just figure out what your real issue is that is making you keep that weight on, and try and work on it. Try and work on it slowly, I guess, because there'll be times that I've failed a lot as well.
Keep getting back.
Yeah, it's just about getting back and getting stronger. And have a good coach. Just contact this guy, dude. Otherwise, he will beat the shit out of you to get that weight off. 110%.
So I have told this in the beginning. I'll say it even now. If somebody has lost their track and put on so much of weight, at least once in your lifetime, see the best physical form of yourself, and then you decide what you want to become. Do you want to be that person or do you want to be this person? I think Anmol has not yet reached that point of becoming the best of the best, but he has done a great transformation for this period of time. And I wanted to share this journey with you guys. So it somewhere down the line for somebody, it might be very motivating. And when it comes to supplement part, we have never taken any supplements apart from taking only
creatine.
Yeah, so only creatine was the only supplement we have taken in this duration of time. We have stuck to whole food. We have never done any crash dieting. The calories has always been up. We have never been that drastically cutting down on calories. Right now, I think we are in 1600 calories, all the way from 3000. So it was a slow cut with good progression. And we are seeing good change. It was a great time sharing this journey with you guys. Thanks for sharing your journey, bro.
Amazing, bro.
Cheers.
Let's go.